Most people think success is about talent. Some believe it is about intelligence. Others believe it is about luck. But the truth is very different. The real difference between people who succeed and people who fail is one simple thing: discipline. And the sad part is, most people never learn it. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait until they feel ready. But disciplined people do something different. They act even when they don't feel like it. This is the story of a young man named Alex. Alex was a simple boy. In a 2D animated world, Alex was drawn like any ordinary character. A small room, simple clothes, messy desk, and big dreams inside his head. Alex was not poor. He was not rich either. He lived a simple life with big dreams. Since childhood, Alex wanted to do something great. He wanted to make his parents proud. He wanted to build a better life. He wanted to become someone important. But Alex had a problem that destroys the dreams of millions of people. He had no discipline. Every morning, Alex woke up with motivation. He looked at his goals, written on a small paper stuck on the wall. Study harder, improve your life, become successful. Alex would say to himself, "Today I will change my life." But then something happened. He picked up his phone. Just 5 minutes. Just one video, just one scroll. But 5 minutes became 1 hour. 1 hour became the whole day. And slowly, the day was gone. The work was not done. And the dream stayed a dream. Days passed, weeks passed, months passed, but Alex's life did not change. His friends started moving forward. Some found good jobs. Some started learning new skills. Some began building their future. But Alex stayed exactly where he was. Not because he was stupid, not because he had no opportunity, but because he had no discipline. One evening, Alex sat quietly in his room. The sun was setting outside. Orange light entered through the window. In the 2D animated scene, the room looked silent. A messy table, books half open, a phone glowing in the dark, plans that were never started. Alex looked around the room. Books that were never finished, goals that were never achieved. And suddenly Alex felt something painful inside his chest. He whispered quietly, "What am I doing with my life?" That question stayed in his mind the entire night. He could not sleep. His mind kept repeating the same thought. "You are wasting your life." The next morning, Alex went outside for a walk. In the animated world, the park looked peaceful. Green grass everywhere, birds flying slowly, warm sunlight touching the trees. Alex sat on a bench quietly, and that was the moment something unexpected happened. An old man sat beside him. The old man looked calm, peaceful, wise. He looked at Alex and smiled. "You look tired," the old man said. Alex was surprised. "How do you know?" The old man smiled again. "Because I once looked exactly like you." Alex stayed silent. Then the old man asked, "Tell me something. What is your biggest problem?" Alex thought for a moment. Then he said honestly, "I have dreams, but I never take action." The old man nodded slowly. Then he said something Alex would never forget. "Your problem is not lack of talent. Your problem is lack of discipline." Alex looked confused. The old man continued, "Motivation is temporary. Feelings change every day. But discipline creates a life that motivation never can." Alex listened carefully. For the first time, someone explained his problem so clearly. The old man stood up slowly. Before leaving, he said one final sentence. "If you want to change your life, stop waiting to feel ready. Start building discipline." Then he walked away. Alex stayed on the bench for a long time, thinking, reflecting. For the first time in his life, he understood something powerful. Success is not built on motivation. Success is built on discipline. That day changed something inside Alex. The old man's words stayed in his mind. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start building discipline. At first it sounded simple, but when Alex tried to follow it, he realized something very difficult. Discipline is not easy. The next morning, Alex woke up early. The alarm rang loudly. In the 2D animated scene, the sun was just rising outside the window. Alex slowly opened his eyes. His mind immediately started whispering, "Sleep a little more. You deserve rest. Start tomorrow." For a moment, Alex almost listened to the voice. But then he remembered the old man's words. He sat up, turned off the alarm, and stood up. It was a small victory, but it felt powerful. Alex went to his desk, opened his book, and started studying. At first his mind kept distracting him. His phone looked tempting, his bed looked comfortable. His brain kept searching for excuses, but Alex forced himself to continue. 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 1 hour, for the first time in a long time. He finished something he started. That small success gave him confidence. The next day, Alex tried again, and again, and again. But discipline is not built in one day. Some days Alex succeeded, some days he failed. Sometimes he woke up early. Sometimes he slept too long. Sometimes he worked hard. Sometimes he wasted the whole day again. Each failure felt frustrating. Each mistake made him question himself. Maybe I can't change. Maybe this is who I am. But every time Alex wanted to quit, he remembered the old man. He remembered the sentence, "Discipline creates the life you want." So Alex continued. Slowly, something interesting began to happen. Small habits started forming. Alex began waking up earlier. He spent less time on his phone. He studied longer. He focused more. The changes were small, almost invisible. But they were happening. Weeks passed, then months. In the 2D animated world, we could see the transformation. Alex's messy desk became organized. His books were finished. His goals were slowly turning into progress. But the biggest change was not outside. It was inside his mind. The lazy voice that once controlled him started becoming weaker, and the voice of discipline started becoming stronger. One evening, Alex stood in front of the mirror. He looked at himself carefully, and for the first time in years, he felt proud. Not because he had already succeeded, but because he was finally changing. Alex understood something important. Discipline is not about one big action. It is about thousands of small actions, small decisions, repeated every single day. That is how a life changes. That is how a person becomes stronger. And Alex knew something else too. His journey had only just begun. Months passed. Alex's life was slowly changing. The difference was not dramatic. It was not like the movies. There were no sudden miracles. But something deeper was happening. Alex was becoming a disciplined person. Every morning he woke up early. Sometimes it was difficult. Sometimes his body felt tired. Sometimes the lazy voice returned. But Alex had learned something important. Discipline is not about feeling motivated. It is about doing the work even when you don't feel like it. Day after day, Alex followed his routine. Wake up early, exercise, study, work on his goals. Avoid distractions. At first, people did not notice. His friends still saw the same Alex. But slowly the results started appearing. Alex became more focused. His mind became clearer. His confidence became stronger. Opportunities started appearing. Things that once felt impossible now felt achievable. One day Alex returned to the same park, the same place where he met the old man. The green grass looked peaceful. The sunlight looked warm. And after a few minutes, the old man appeared again. He smiled when he saw Alex. "You look different," the old man said. Alex smiled back. "I feel different." The old man sat beside him. "Tell me," he said, "what changed?" Alex thought for a moment. Then he answered honestly, "I stopped waiting for motivation. I started building discipline." The old man nodded slowly. "That is the secret most people never learn." He continued speaking. "Talent is common. Dreams are common. Motivation is common. But discipline is rare." Alex looked at the sunset quietly. Then he asked the old man something important. "Does discipline ever become easy?" The old man laughed softly. "No, it never becomes easy. But something else happens." "What?" "You become stronger." Alex understood. Life will always offer distractions. Comfort will always look attractive. The lazy voice will always exist. But discipline gives you power. The power to control your actions. The power to control your future. The power to build the life you want. The sun slowly disappeared behind the horizon. The sky turned orange and purple. Alex stood up from the bench. Before leaving, the old man said one final sentence. "Your future is built by what you do today. Not tomorrow, not someday. Today." Alex walked away from the park. But this time he was not confused. He was not lost. He was not waiting. He was moving forward with discipline. And that made all the difference. Because in the end, success does not belong to the most talented person. Success belongs to the most disciplined one. If this story touched you, remember one thing. Your dreams are possible, but only if you build discipline. If this story inspired you, like the video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more powerful stories.